All right, so I was hoping to get the liners pressed in tonight, but I forgot about the cam. Um, Caterpillar sells a tool, and there are many aftermarket tools which allow you to put the cam in with the head laying on a bench or laying flat. They work, but they're not great because you still end up beating up the cam bearings. If we take a look at this, is a brand new head, and if we could see some areas where they kind of, just by installing it, they kind of got into the bearing a little bit. Now that's just cosmetic, that won't make a difference, but I have seen guys beat the hell out of these things and with the tool and doing the best they can to install it. So this is a really good hack that I learned from a older cat guy, expert cat guy, and this works great. So basically what we're doing is using gravity to make this happen. You don't need much for this. We have just an overhead chain winch shop crane, and again built out of some junk I had laying around. So just some brackets and a couple bolts into the top of the cam, or the front of the cam I should say. And the most important thing when doing this is putting a level across this. Make sure this is level. It should be. You may have to remove some fittings on the back, but you want this thing to be sitting level. And then you want to make sure, you might drop a plumb bob or something down if you have any questions, but you want to make sure that that cam is straight up and down or is at the same attitude as the head. This one has saran wrap on it right now. I sent it to the machine shop. They said the cam is in good condition. They polished it, and this is how I got it back, which also is a really nice way to protect your camshaft. It wasn't very expensive, and it keeps it in good shape. So I'll go ahead and cut that off, and then we will slowly lower it down. And all the hard work is done for us because gravity is going to do the whole job, going to make it super simple, and then I can pay more attention to not dinging up the bearings. So if you have to do a cam or you're doing an in-frame and you have the head out, this is absolutely the best way to do it. I think that if you tried to use a cherry picker or something, I don't think it would work because there's not enough reach. But if you have any kind of overhead studs anywhere, that is all you have to do. So hopefully this helps you guys out, and we'll see you on the next one. All right, so we got the cam in, and there's a couple things I forgot to mention. If you have an electric overhead crane, basically a winch, I would not use that. The manual ones are so precise. One click is just a tiny amount of movement, and that's what you want. You don't want any jerking or anything, because as you drop the cam in, you have to clear all the different lobes, and so you need to do it really slowly. Also, that takes two people. You might be able to do it yourself, but I really don't recommend it. If you have somebody to just let the crane down for you, then that's definitely the best way to go. Also forgot to mention that, you know, some people use assembly lube. I do not. I've always been taught to use engine oil. So make sure you spray down all your bearings with brake clean, spray down and wipe off the camshaft, and then hit it with compressed air as well to get any of those fibers off it, and coat it in oil. I kind of take a Gatorade bottle, cut it in half, put oil, and I literally, while the camshaft is still up here, I dump oil on it and then just work it in with my hands. Same thing here. You really need to coat that with oil because you don't want to have any problems down the road. The other thing is, in order to do this, for the head to sit flat, you got to take off the backing plate. It sits right there, and it kind of doesn't hold the camshaft in place, but it does in this instance. So if we were to try to lay this head down, that camshaft might slip out the back. So a real easy fix for that is just bolt, piece of wood, applies pressure, you're good. And you can even line it up here to get it exactly where it needs to be. Then you know it's not going to move when you go to lay it down, because obviously we're not putting the cam gear on right now. I'm not doing that until the head is in the truck. that's basically it. That's the only tips I have. Just take it easy. Just take it easy. When you're installing it, take your time. Also, my finger got caught in here, just about broke my finger, so watch your hands. But this worked out extremely well. It was silky smooth. It went in perfectly. And I have done it the other way. And boy, it's rough when you have to come in at this angle. Whether or not you have that expensive Caterpillar tool, it's going to be super difficult. This way is perfect. So don't forget to use a whole bunch of oil everything up, and just when you think you have enough, put some more on there. And it'll work out fine. And I really love doing it this way. Definitely the way to go.